Hey, and we're back.
Fucking did it. You hear
Wake
it? You
the
hear
fuck
it bouncing? It's fucking going so loud. It's so fucking loud.
So we're here today with the Shitbirds.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Tommy, Matt, Nick. I remembered everybody, right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Yes,
hell yeah.
yes.
Great job.
No,
Same order too.
no pre-named. He knew it. He just knew it.
I did, yeah.
We went over it a few times.
Yeah, I
so,
did.
yes.
Yeah, actually. We're being honest. So how's everybody?
We did great, yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you for having us, man.
Dude, yeah, thanks so much for coming out. I didn't know if anybody was like, I knew he was coming out. So I
Yeah.
heard that, and then
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
showed up. Was
I'm
like,
always
oh
coming
shit!
I was actually listening to you guys on the way over and trying to get primed up, just make sure I was kind of just, I don't know, close to the music again, because we've
Yeah.
seen you guys play, but I've
Right,
actually
we
never
played.
listened to your fucking recorded stuff.
Well, I have listened to the recording, and I like the recording, but I like the live show so much more because it's more adrenaline, so it's already faster.
Yeah.
The songs are fast on it, but when it's fast live, it's like, oh yeah, here we go, here we go.
That's my fault.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's all right.
get real
As long as you
excited.
can keep the beat, like fucking who cares? man?
Also
Just keep
can't
going.
do that.
Oh, well, then
Yeah,
that's
little-
a fucking problem.
A little
last
inside
ti-
baseball is that when we made the record, we did it in E standard, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we
I don't
started-
play out of that shit. I
Yeah.
hate it when
And
do it a
then-
half step down. I
Yeah,
don't
we're-
want to do that, man. Please stop.
It was
doing
way
that.
too hard.
Yeah.
So we're an E flat band. for
There you
sure,
go. Yeah. I do it standard.
Oh,
440,
wait.
everything. Like,
Singing was why you played lower?
Yeah. It was just because a lot of our songs are start to finish vocals the whole way, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
It doesn't. We have a couple of instrumental sections in some songs, but like really very vocal heavy and a lot of stuff. So doing a whole set at E standard was just like, I mean, the absolute end of my range is.
Oh, there you go. Work on it right in front of his face.
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah. So
Talking to the mic.
the record is basically a semitone past my comfortable range, right?
Ah,
So shifting
yeah.
down to E flat was like very comfortable for us to move to.
Yeah, I just can't do it, man. I did a set for a cover band. He's like, everything's a half step down. It's like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, well, you just play it the exact same way, but also I'm going to capo everything. Like, motherfuck, man. Like, that's not,
Now
that
you
ain't
can't
it,
watch
man.
him, right?
Right, yeah. Now I got to figure it out. Ugh.
Yeah.
Everybody did that E flat in the 90s. I remember. like,
Everybody does a half step. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weezer does that, right? I mean,
Or they did.
Yes, they
at
do.
least.
well,
yes.
yeah. The blue
Whenever the
and-
the album I was paying attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Blue Album, yeah, that was another one where it was like when I was doing the cover band, it's like we play it in standard, so just play the exact same notes, but then I can't practice it because it
Yeah.
sounds fucked
Yeah,
up.
I know. Yeah.
Like, did I hit a wrong note? Every note sounds fucking wrong. Like,
You tuned down as well?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
okay,
We're all
cool.
in just E flat. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Nobody has to do any real time math or anything.
right?
Like that.
Yeah,
All the same songs.
just go.
When did Shitbird start?
Oh man, is that 4 years?
I'm gonna move yours as well.
It was right before
It was
COVID.
pre-COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, because you went to Australia.
Yeah, I was in Australia. We had just started the band, and then
Thank you. Tight. Oh, it's falling.
Just cup the
isn't it?
balls.
It's falling, isn't it?
There we go.
It's falling. It's a piece of shit.
Falling.
Just
Look
Good old support.
fall like a piece of shit. Can't you just hold it like a guy?
God.
yeah, we were actually talking earlier.
Yuck.
The original.
Sorry, dude.
You know, it is like when you start a band and you don't have your original tunes yet, you might like just try to get the vibe of the dudes in the band. So you're like, all right, who does everybody like? And we all landed on the Riverdales, right? With, you know,
Okay.
the Weasel guys.
Yeah.
Cypress.
Okay.
And one of our first songs we played was Rocket Ship, right? But it was off of the Tarantula record. And we played that at that was our warm-up song. So when we made our first sets, we started it was just like the first song in our set, you know. So we played our first shows, and it was this Riverdale song. And at some point, we're like, man, we probably shouldn't open with a cover, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we wrote a song called Space Race, which was the first song of that record, which is kind of it's an analog
it's
to
a copy
Rocket
and
Ship.
paste.
Yeah.
We dropped it.
Right.
It was like it was in the same key,
tribute.
you know, like same shift from the 1 to 7 to 6, and it was very easy to get these guys on board with, but it's an original as an homage to a Riverdale's tune.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So for the rocket ship, I could never land. There's like a pause. couldn't fucking land it. So I was like, we're gonna have to write something little bit
Right?
easier.
Yeah. Something without a pause.
Yeah, something that's like not dumb.
Let's do this, but like not like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, there's that like that. I get really antsy, and I'm just like,
Nah.
I gotta fill space.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I love you guys' fucking band. I talked to him more than anybody on this shit, but it was like, I think we were looking for a fucking band to jump on something that you guys couldn't do, and he hit me up. I was like walking around, whatever that fucking place is, the big auditorium in Chalmette. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm fucking walking around this shit.
The
He hits me up.
Ilario
It's like,
Center?
oh, this is what we fucking. No, it's like I don't know. My daughter does ballet there. It's a fucking like the Seeger Center.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So Seeger Civic Center.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, he hits me up. It's like, oh, this is our shit. It's like, I love this. Let's fucking do shows. Like, well, I can't actually do this show. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, well, I guess I'll talk to you in 6 months.
We're very
Fuck.
selective about the shows we do play.
We're not that selective.
Right.
We just don't. We don't. Put
I hit bands up and I'm like, hey, you guys got an extra space? And
Hell
then
yeah.
I'm like, hey, are y'all in town this week? And they're like, no. I'm like, sorry to hit y'all up, but we're not going to make it.
Right.
But I think we played, 2 shows so far together?
2, yes,
Yeah.
because you guys did our
Album release.
which we have the things for, and then we did the show together
Siberia.
with Siberia.
Was that
with,
the last show before the Marshroom burned down?
Yeah.
It was.
It was close.
Yeah, it was very
That's-
close.
that's
very
how
Burned
close.
it down.
Yeah,
We
that's how
burned it.
fucking great it was.
We
Plus,
burned the
it-
motherfucker down.
It had
We don't
nothing to
need
do
no
with
water.
that fucking meth head
Okay.
running
It
the
was great.
sound.
Okay. Here's the
guy-
deal. Here's the deal.
Here's
That
the
guy.
deal.
I've been playing music around town for a long time, and that guy has been. He's always been there. He's a staple.
Yes,
He
yes.
goes back to like.
I know
fucking
him.
Zeppelins.
I know him.
back
That
in the
night
day.
though, he was fucking like primo meth.
Oh, he was
Like,
he was
what
all
the
he's on top
fuck?
of it, right? the irony of that is that I've played it, and he's like this one time we played it, and he's like, "Hey, Eddie Van Phelan," like he came,
Oh,
like
my
I mean,
God.
like you know when the sound guy's like real
Yeah.
fucking harsh,
Ripping
right?
it out, yeah.
Nice.
But that night that we played at the Martian with you guys, he was just like, "Dude, y'all were so fucking awesome." He was
Hell
like,
yeah.
he was like super supportive. I was like,
Yeah.
"Who is this guy?"
Oh,
What-
dude, he was great until he was like
He was going mad.
sound checking the drums on the stage. Everything was blowing out. It sounded like 808s, and he's like, "The last sound guy fucked me over." It's like, you spent 20 minutes sound checking this, and like, this is you. That's you.
He has no hearing whatsoever. I mean, he's
yeah.
absolutely
I mean, of course,
destroyed,
but like, fucking,
I think you took me aside too, Tom, and you're like, he can be really mean, so just
Yes, he
Don't-
can be
Chill.
very
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
don't.
Dude, we had
don't-
so much
don't get
free
your
shit that
feelings
night,
hurt.
and he was so pissy that we wouldn't give him a shirt. It's like, this is the only thing we're charging for. There's so many other just take one of them, man. Like, fuck.
I kept passing the buck to Earl's. Like, if Earl says yes,
Yeah.
I'll be like, no.
No. Here's a lighter for your meth. Get out of here.
Dude, that
Yeah.
Spice letter, man, that's the real deal.
Oh,
It
is
is.
it?
It's legit. Yeah. I love that shit. I love it. We got to get more of those. So we went and did a Creepy Fest, and they just cleared us the fuck out.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're
Bill
awesome.
took care of you guys.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah,
Solid
dude.
cats.
It's
Yeah.
fucking great show.
Yeah.
And then like just seeing the amount of fucking people at a fucking DIY.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, it's so cool. Yeah,
So fucking
He's been
cool.
doing that for probably 15 years.
I think it,
Oh,
I think it was
dude.
somewhere around 15 years.
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
What a great deal. Yeah.
So fucking
Bill's
a staple, man. He's a fucking staple.
Fucking the
I
grind
don't know if
wave.
we have.
Cockface
Yeah.
Killer
The
3,
grind
yeah.
wave shit. He gave us like buku fucking shit.
That
stab in the
dude, that
face,
guy,
fucking-
that guy got me started on punk rock.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
in like 1994, he lived in River Ridge. He lived in the Mark Twain Apartments with his mom.
Yeah.
And I lived in River Ridge, and we met through mutual friends. And he was in the Penetrations at the time.
Right.
And I met him and Rusty and Seth and all those
You
dudes.
play
that were in that band.
guitar at the time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
always, yeah. And I was in a band called Static Age at the time, and we played a lot of shows with the Penetrations. We were talking earlier tonight about the first Screeching Weasel song I heard, and he showed me Dingbat on the guitar.
Nice, yeah, that
so
sounds
Bill,
right.
Bill and I have been, we go. I mean,
I'm sorry about the mic stand, dude. I don't know what the
No,
fuck is
it's
going
good.
on.
I
It's so
really
shit.
like it.
It's actually coming through pretty well, but like, fuck.
yeah, real
That-
good,
that-
real good dudes.
I thought I picked out the good one.
You did not.
I did not. That should have been mine.
Are y'all Weasel people?
I listened to Screeching
A
Weasel
little,
for
yeah,
like
no,
years whenever
like,
I was a kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
what is the order of like what is top tier for them versus like everybody starts with Bugada, but like I feel like it's not that great of an album, but it kind of is.
We listened to all of them, Planet of the Apes, and what was
He
the
says
later
we, he
ones?
means me. I don't know any of this.
I don't know anything.
I don't know
after
any of that
Bark Like
shit.
a
Yeah,
Dog,
right.
yeah.
Fuck, I can't. I can't remember. Again, the other person that's talked about almost as much as Bill on this podcast is my friend Kevin, who got me into punk rock.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he just fucking overloaded me with goddamn punk whenever I was a kid. And it's like Screeching Weasel. He made me write down the lyrics for him because he couldn't hear them as good as I could, apparently. So I go and hang out at his house and we get high and he's like, dude, just write down the lyrics of the song. I know you can hear it. And he's like, yeah, that is what it is. And like, he's like, dude, we don't need to write them down. I think that they're written down somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it's on the
Inlay.
sleeve.
Yeah,
like,
well,
100%
yeah.
on the sleeve.
Anyway, he was really completely into Screeching Weasel, and but he's the guy who got me into it. He doesn't do it. He fucking cooks now.
Yeah.
But it's really cool.
Let
What
him
did
cook.
you and Bill go to school together? Or?
No, we just like River
Just-
at the time. River Ridge was like a really small neighborhood community.
Okay.
And mutual friends we just met through.
Cool. Yeah.
We used to hang out at the PJ's coffee shop.
Oh yeah,
When it
right,
was
yeah.
cool?
Yeah, when it was cool to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
cool.
I think
I'm still there.
You know, it's funny. I touched my first boob at his apartment complex.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Actually-
What was his name?
It was him.
His name was Jeff, and
Just get some practice in. You're doing great.
When did you guys?
We can kiss
when did you
once.
guys meet?
One
for,
time.
Shit
No
Bro-
eye
Is
contact.
this your first band together?
yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah. So Nick and I, Nick used to live next door to my first band's drummer. You know, so like Nick was like 12 or
this
so.
drummer
Yeah.
sucks.
It would have been 94,
No, I'm sorry.
so yeah, 12.
Yeah, he was about 12 or so.
Yeah.
And he was just a really annoying neighbor kid, kind of like a Kramer situation, you know.
Just constantly popping in on your
Robert-
garage sessions.
Robert's just like, that guy. His talent level is just it's one of those people where you watch him play and you're like, fuck you for
Right,
being
yeah.
that good at what you do.
I do know.
So I
yes.
would just go
Yeah.
watch him play, and my jaw would be dropped the whole time.
Did you
So
play
many
already
cocks
when you saw him?
inserted in?
No, I got into drums because of him.
Nice.
I had wanted to play guitar, and then I went to his house. I don't know.
Fuck guitar.
His mom
Right.
worked at St. George's in the special ed department, which my brother would go to, I think, and so I kind of recognized them, and then I would just watch this guy play. And even still, like when the random times he'll get behind a drum kit, you're just like,
Who the fuck are
does
you?
This?
Right?
Who the fuck? Like you take drum beats, and he's like, I can make that like a 8, 9, but then I'll make it a 17. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
None of that.
dude.
Right.
Like, you're just throwing numbers
That
out
means
there.
Nothing to me.
Yeah. So I would watch them play, and it was just like, oh man, because I was listening to I think
Static
Guns N'
Age?
Roses.
Yeah.
I was listening to Guns N' Roses and fucking dumb shit that you would listen to from like MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
Mainstream
this is so
rock or
much
whatever.
fucking cooler.
That's what I came up on. I couldn't afford things. Like, no.
Was
Well,
big
back
into
then,
Nirvana.
yeah,
My
back
first-
then, like there was no easy access to those. Like you had to
No,
have a
you
friend
had to
who
fucking
had a
that
tape collection or something
right,
like that.
yeah, or drop 15, 20 bucks on a fucking cassette that you got no idea what the fuck was on it.
It
Like,
wasn't going to be good.
you 100%
just, like,
it's not going to be
all
good.
cover.
Yeah. I think my first cassette was Presidents of the United States.
Nice.
I love that. The first
I
album,
love
that
fucking
album is still
It's so great.
Dude,
It fucking
super-
rocks.
super
it kills.
cool dudes.
It kills. But like that was like me getting out of Ninja Turtles rap fucking albums to this.
Go
Did you-
Ninja.
No, no, no,
You know
no,
what I'm
no.
saying? Like kids things. Like it was very much a kids thing, and
yeah,
it was like this is the first one I'm gonna buy. Like
My first concert was at the Sanger Theater, right? It's probably 1989.
Gotcha.
Ninja Turtles, they're coming out of their Shells tour.
Yes,
Oh,
they are.
nice.
Yes, they
Pizza
are.
Hut sponsored event.
Of course, it was fucking
And it was
Pizza Hut.
the fucking dudes in the
Yes.
full, like, the big suits, and they
Yes.
pantomime playing rock and roll music. And as a
That's
9-year-old, I was like,
That's
this is
amazing.
fucking
Yeah.
I go see that now.
Yeah, I would 100% pay to that shit.
Go right now and
Yes,
see that.
fucking Vanilla
Look at the
Ice makes a
fucking-
cameo.
All the fucking food is just Pizza Hut in the red cups.
Were they just-
Like, yeah, I'm gonna.
I
fuck
have
this up.
those.
Were
My
they
coworker
passing out
gave me
pizza
some.
slices?
No, they were
Still
not.
my
They were not.
favorite
That would have been
coffee
cool.
cup.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
great.
it's like
Super
40 ounces
insulated.
of- yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what was your
Fuck your
first real
Stanley.
concert?
My first real concert was 2 years later. I went and saw Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Faith No More.
Nice.
I wanted to go
That's
to
a
that so
fucking-
bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that so bad. It's
It was a good
fucking.
one.
I didn't
Yeah.
go to it. I didn't know about it.
Didn't Faith No More bitch from the stage? Like,
Yeah. No, like, and then James Hetfield had like in Toronto, like maybe 3 months earlier,
Yeah.
caught
That
on
was-
fire.
He had the extra guitarist at that show.
Yeah, that's right. The guy from I think Metal Church.
Metal Church, yeah.
And then Guns N' Roses came on and they threw a tantrum and they left her too. It was a like classic rock and roll story.
At the time, you're probably pissed about it. Like you're
No,
now it's like you're
I
glad
wasn't.
you were there.
I wasn't because between Metallica and Guns N' Roses, when they were doing like the turnover of all the amps and
Yeah.
stuff, they had they had a big screen and they were showing. They had a camera that was going around the crowd and they were like basically kiss cam type shit.
Right,
And
yeah.
there was girls showing their
Titties.
boobs, right? And I was like
That's
11.
amazing.
I was like, dude, this is
fucking amazing.
I'm playing
no,
music. This is gonna be my life.
So I really,
Right?
I
Yeah,
wonder-
I'm
I-
totally doing.
I doubt
that.
that happens at concerts now.
No.
I
Yeah.
take my tits out, but
I do.
You
They
do too.
they
Yeah, I
tell
think that's
they're very against it.
That's an artifact of the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. That was very strange. I remember that was the first titties I saw.
Yeah.
Was at a concert, and then
Nice.
saw millions more at concerts.
Yeah.
After
I
that.
think
So-
yeah. I think
Kinda
my
waiting
first
for it to
set of
happen,
tits
and,
was
like-
definitely a concert.
That's beautiful.
it never gets old. Though.
Yeah.
It never will.
If you want to make America
hope
great
not.
again,
There's some things we can bring back.
I got a
This is
couple
what
ideas,
we're
you know?
talking
ideas here. All of them involve your tits. We're doing this for Jesus.
I'm saving souls.
I'm saving souls around here.
Oh my god.
Matt, how did you end up in the band?
I moved down here from Chicago, and
There you go.
yeah.
Right? It might be. Maybe it's the actual. No, not that part. The other part that's not fucking
There it
holding.
is. That other arm.
No, it's the
Still
opposite
falling.
way. Sorry.
I'll just cradle it.
There you go. Just create. Yeah, there you go. You got the. You got the.
You moved back. You
This is
moved
his
down
first
from
rodeo.
Chicago.
This ain't it. No,
Yeah,
this
so
ain't it.
I grew up in Chicago and then moved down here early 30s,
Okay.
mid 30s.
I grew up. Well, I say it's outside of Chicago. It's like 3 hours outside of Chicago.
Where is that?
Another state.
Rock Island. And then I had a lot of family in like Des Moines, Quad City
Okay.
area.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I hit up that shit until I think I moved down here at like 10 or 11, so 95, 96, some shit around there.
All right.
Yeah, Matt had just started. We work together, right? So
Okay.
we go to lunch. He's the new guy, and
Yes.
We're in the car. And somebody puts the radio on, and Holy Diver's on, like the original.
Holy Diver!
Yeah, exactly, right?
Good one. That's a
So,
good one.
so we start talking about Holy Diver, how the song rips and all that, and then I mentioned the Kill Switch Engage version where there's all these squealies,
Yes.
like whoop,
Yeah.
and I'm doing this like squealy thing, and he goes, "Oh, you play in a band?" I was like, "Oh yeah, He's like, "Oh, what kind of music?" You like? I was like, punk rock stuff." And he pulls his shirt down, and he's got a fucking weasel tattoo.
Calm
yeah.
the fuck
I was like,
off.
"All right,
Welly,
we're starting a band, okay."
Very cool.
Clearly you're in.
Yeah, my friend Joe's got that on his leg.
Yeah.
Didn't that used to mean you could get into shows?
Really?
No,
No,
huh?
I'd never used it to
Never heard of
motivate
that.
like
Maybe that's
Never
not
heard of
true.
that.
You
would
tell
be-
that to the doorman and it might work.
Nah, I doubt it will. It's like, you know how many
If you
motherfuckers
push
here
them
have
enough,
that
you
goddamn
like-
tattoo?
We haven't
Yeah.
had a single person pay.
You know what they like is they like it a lot when you put your hand on them and say, "Hey, motherfucker!" Like
I get
look
in
at
for
the fuck-
free.
I get it for
You see
free,
this?
bitch.
Ben told me.
Then they immediately
That
let
doesn't
you
work.
in.
What about these?
It's not the 90s, motherfucker.
This came straight from Jesus. God damn it.
Yeah, but I was shocked that he actually knew, like, who
That,
they,
right? Yeah.
where they fucking
Yeah,
were.
right.
And I'm working with this dude, and I was like, yes. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
Did
we're
you
in it.
think
We're in it to
Louisiana
win it.
people wouldn't know Screeching Weasel?
No, I had no idea. I
Yeah.
really, I mean, somewhat, but
Right, but like
Getting
to
out
just
of the
get into
bigger-
the job that you're in. It's like
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
This guy
the
knows
guy
it.
in
Yeah.
the cube right next to me.
Right,
is
yeah.
fucking, like Small World.
But like
Sorry,
from your
I'm crunching
perspective, like
numbers.
Screeching Weasel was like a local band, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We're-
wild.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
wild.
that's crazy. That is crazy. All right, perfect time for me to go take a piss. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, anyway, it keeps going just because this asshole does this like once or twice.
go piss.
I'm gonna go after you, but not with you.
But
No, go with him. No,
Yeah,
go with
go
him.
ahead and go with him.
Honestly,
Are
you
we
should.
switching the signs around like we talked about the men and women? Just whatever's cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Switch the.
You don't have to.
outdoor.
Just go to which one you want. They don't want you to do that, but
No.
still. All right. So so what year was that you guys got together?
Fuck, man, that's probably 2019.
Yeah, not even
2020.
when
5
did
years.
COVID
Just
right before COVID.
2020?
Yeah.
2020. So yeah, it would have been right before that because we did the right before that. It was when I did the first brisket, and we were sitting on the back of your truck, eating fucking
Oh, well,
cold
no,
brisket.
he brought in the early days. He brought brisket all the time to practice.
What the
I was like,
fuck?
this is, I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
this
it's
is
great.
all right.
Listen,
This is-
when you've like, I don't don't do drugs. I'm not really a big drinker. And I never really understood addictions as well until I start doing briskets, because you make one brisket and you're like, fuck,
Chase
I know
that
I
dragon,
could get
huh?
that brisket
He's like,
again.
I
dude,
messed this
chased
one
it.
up. I'm like, I just don't see it.
You're like,
You know,
this one's dry. Try it again next weekend. And it'd be like 14, 16 hours of my life, and I just feel like something would go wrong, and I'm just so fucking
Jesus,
angry.
why am I going to ask this? But I'm going to ask this. Like, how do you do it? What kind of
Snake method.
snake method on a Weber?
Yep.
Yeah.
Test
okay.
kitchen, and then I add a little cayenne, little.
Okay, so for the uninitiated, what is the snake method?
Yeah.
So
Wait, you don't know?
I do
wrap
not.
2 rows of charcoal. So there's like a gap, like about 10-inch gap. It's 2 rows. I think it's 56 per row, and then it's double. And then
you just make like a wrap of,
Yeah,
of
it's like
coals
snake.
around the
and you light one end.
and it just cooks all the way around for
Oh,
the
excellent.
time for the smoking. Yeah.
And there's no direct heat on the meat.
We're talking
Right.
about Holocaust.
No, it's the round.
We're talking
No.
definitely Holocaust. style.
We're talking about smoking meats.
Oh yeah, so the Holocaust. Yeah. All right, yeah. All right, yeah. I was running to go take a piss. I could get it for fucking quick. And
Yeah,
then
you
as
gotta
soon
get
as I
back in, but it's
when I
brisket
got
talk.
into the bathroom, somebody else was running behind me. It's like, oh, I got it, dude. It's like, fuck. You ready to jam, right? Yeah. Gotta break the seals. Like, dude, it's been broken. What the fuck is this? Who are you?
So you're just getting into smoking brisket whenever you get into the band?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually how I got
You know
in.
what? So Gonzo's won the
passed.
Mac
I know, right? It's like,
Fest.
we were a little iffy, and then you
And
brought
they
the
do,
brisket
like,
out.
the,
It's like,
there's a the SPCA does a beer fest, and I went and had a little piece, and I'm like, I can fucking do this, thinking like anybody can make a brisket.
Yeah.
No fucking
Yeah,
way.
No,
I've
it
ruined
is.
like 4 of them trying to.
I buy
trying
them
to learn.
pre-done. I just heat this shit up. Like,
Ate
no.
the pre-done ones.
If I was smart, I would do that. But
What do you think about the party?
It was
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
have
pre-done.
shit. I didn't eat anything.
Oh, you fucking.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm sorry. I ate right before you got there. It was 2:00.
Yeah, there's food there.
You
I went
wrap
the
it
whole
up
thing.
and take it to go.
Yeah, right. If anything,
in your
like,
pocket.
shit.
I went to this
There you
motherfucker's
go.
party,
Yes,
and
yes.
I didn't eat while I was there. My kids ate.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
No, we got the fucking pre-made brisket. Like, it's already been done. You just heat the shit up. I don't care. Fucking,
Yeah, our theme
which is
song-
still fucking $80.
it's easy $80.
We have a theme song called the Shitbird Stomp, and it's about Nick's meats. You know,
Did you guys have a bunch of plans, and then COVID started, and you couldn't do anything?
no way, we didn't.
We had
really-
no plans.
Yeah,
No
we-
plans.
Like that. Yeah, all right. We did.
We had plans in our other band. We had all sorts of shit planned. We were like, even for that weekend that it closed, we were supposed to play Beaches, a record store.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Because our album just came out that Friday.
Yeah.
That everything shut down. It was like, fuck.
Although, honestly, I saw some guy that I do some cover shit with just, like, playing Peaches. I was like, well, this isn't as fucking special as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Huh? Like,
Listen, this was a few years ago. It was
the
more
fuck are you?
special than now.
I mean, it's
I'm
a
joking.
bucket list, right? I mean, you can
Right,
play
it is.
everywhere.
It
I wanted
really
to play a
is. That's
record
the thing.
store.
It's like, I don't
The
give a
way
shit.
they had it in
Like,
90s movies, I wanted to play in the goddamn
like
record
well,
Empire
store.
I felt like Euclid was like that.
Yeah.
You know,
There was
Euclid
a-
was very
shows?
much like that.
There was a
Huh?
place.
Behind the
Did you
counter a
do
little
shows?
bit. And, yeah.
I don't know, but we did the Moron. You know the Morons? They're out of Homa. They are very much like Ramones.
Yeah,
Fucking they
that's
kill.
incredible.
They did
Morons.
their
Perfect.
yeah. They did their album release at Euclid, so they had 3 bands play at their fucking like they had this little. It wasn't a stage. It was just a section up away from everything.
Was that the back, like when you walk in, it's all the way to
Yes,
the left?
all the way to the fucking left, all the way in the back.
There's a
Yeah.
7-inch there that I dance around every time I go.
I was,
It's like the Blue Balls explosion, and
It's just me. I dance around the
This is my
7-inch.
my band from my high school
Just
group that I
standing
had.
in the corner is like, I just wish I could get that 7-inch.
Blue
all
ball
7
explosion.
inches. I don't know what it is, and I can't find anything about it online except for Discogs. But there's something that's just like this has got to either be like really fucking amazing or the shittiest music.
Is that something you asked for on that that vinyl thing? The
the
group?
Discogs?
No, the group. Is that what the group is? You'd send me a thing where it was like, come into this punk vinyl, look
Oh, the
for
rare
a
punk
sell
music?
thing. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Has that
It's
ever
all-
come up through
no,
there?
No, I should ask.
Yeah,
that.
you should
Just
definitely fucking ask,
people
yeah.
will know it through that.
Right. Yeah.
they find shit that I'm like, really, y'all have heard of this?
I know. I fucking see this shit. It's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
what you got this fucking random garage recording out of nowhere?
A tape from
Yeah.
like 1988. Somebody's
fuck outta
fucking yeah. It's like, oh, look, I found this. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Oh, it's the first fucking thing they ever did ever. Like,
It's the first press.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
it's like-
What the fuck are you guys talking about? I like kind of like that long.
We're talking about punk
Oh,
rock
so he's-
archivists.
he's on this fucking group that he ended up inviting me to, where it's like it's punk vinyl, like almost lost and found. It's like you go in there and you ask people about shit that you want, and they see that they can find it. You say shit that you found, or like, look at this fucking,
Right. This
Yeah,
is, this
hey,
is
there's a
old,
pressing-
so someone
Yes.
might want this. Who
Exactly
knows?
that,
Or
yeah.
something. So for me, it's like something comes out. That's how I end up. Like my wife, she's so understanding because it'd be like, "Oh, Lauren, they just repressed
I do have
this.
one more
it's
beer
$50
for us.
bucks." You know,
It's down
and
there.
that's where I find
It's
it.
way
so.
down there. There
It's
you
just
go.
it's
There
a
you go.
collective of like vinyl nerds.
Yeah.
And the guy who runs it's real cool.
Do you
real
collect
sweet,
a lot of
loves the
vinyl?
band.
He's about to
I
trash
do.
this entire vinyl.
No, don't
album.
do that.
Yeah, he
I'll
is.
fucking
Give it
take
to him.
Yeah, yeah,
He'll
yeah.
take it.
No,
Yeah, I wanna
that bitch is going
reinforce
in
my
the fire. In the fire.
Dude,
in
you
a
don't want to lug
somewhere.
that shit around anymore, man.
I no, I'm never moving again after we bought this house. I'm fucking
Well, I
over
think
it.
his thing that it gets said a lot is like, what fucking albums do I want anymore? Like, what? I have them. I have the things I want.
I have
Like,
about 300
minus
Okay,
like
that's it.
he's
I
talking
have
where it's like you find
440, I
random
think,
bullshit.
now.
It's like,
I
at a point,
can't
do you
think
wanna
anything
have
else.
everything?
around?
Like,
Yeah.
are
You
you
guys-
gonna
so
fucking listen to this? Are
I
you really gonna
listen-
listen to it?
I listen to it all the time.
Right.
But I like, so when I get home, I cook and I'll throw on a record. And I try to buy stuff that I don't really like want to skip a song.
Right.
So it's typically stuff that I,
Super fucking like.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There's not.
I mean, he's about to pay $50 for Boo. Like,
Fuck
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Like-
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but see,
Right.
the thing is, too,
Like
there's a
what?
point where I don't want that record. I will flip it over and somebody's going to buy it for twice that much.
That's
Yeah.
very
and
true.
I get my money back, and then I can go buy 2 things that I want. Right? And
2 more records I won't listen to.
yeah, exactly.
Do you guys
Cycle
also
continues.
do you guys also listen to vinyl?
No. I gave up on physical media 20 years ago.
I don't-
It's too
I don't.
cumbersome. I don't any.
I have my collection from when I did it, and that's pretty much, it's just frozen in state.
I trashed
where
all the
it's,
fucking CDs. Like I don't know where the
know.
fuck they are anymore. I have a
yeah,
couple
no.
of like those spindles of random fucking CDs stacked up. They're all
Yeah.
scratched to shit.
Yeah.
But what I do keep is DVDs because
you?
my dude. The power goes out too goddamn much, man. Like
you
I
go.
need to be able to. I can hook up a fucking generator to my Xbox and watch a fucking movie. I can't.
But will
run it
you?
way upstairs or something to
Yes.
like this fucking? Yes, I will.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I 100% will.
I got some Blu-rays
Yeah.
I've got to offload.
I got it,
But
yeah.
we'll
I got all that
talk
shit,
after.
you know?
Yeah. Well, I worked at Blockbuster, so it
Oh,
was like,
perfect,
yeah,
right? Yeah. I don't collect anything else. It's just like what I have is what I have.
Did you make
know?
any physical copies of the album or of the? Is it an EP?
No, there's nothing
12
physical.
minutes.
It
12
only
minutes exactly too.
it only exists on Spotify.
Yeah,
Apple
it's a great
Music,
album.
something
It's
like that.
insanely hard to find.
Insanely hard to find. But yeah, that's what I
We
wanted
talked
to.
about this, yeah.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
what was the inspiration for making the album hard to find?
No, it wasn't. No, that was.
I actually put it out thinking it would
jest.
be easy to find. You fuck.
When
No,
you
I just
find it,
We
you're
just
like-
It's actually easy to find once you know how to find it.
Well,
Yeah,
that was the
it's
thing.
just-
Is like I put in shitbirds and I was like, oh wait, there's exclamation points, and then when I put that in, it was good today. But
Yeah.
when I started looking it up when he first sent it to me, it's like I can't find it. I know the band name. I didn't realize there was fucking like wingdings. that
There's
I need to
fucking wingdings
put in there. you
yeah,
know?
I mean it's one of many terrible planning decisions that we made
Dude,
over the
don't
course
you
we
of
don't
our
weren't
talk
looking
to us
ahead
about
to
it.
the
We got it,
future
yeah.
with that one.
we probably shouldn't be called shitbirds, honestly.
there is
probably
another
there's
big ass
a
band
ton
called
of
Shit-
shitbirds,
there's
you
a
know.
ton- it's a ton.
So we're like, hey, we'll be different. We'll spell
honestly though, I've heard the other ones. You guys are fucking
Out of the shitbirds.
They are
I'll
not
take that.
good.
I'll
Yeah,
take
they're
Not just
not
a clever
good.
name.
Yeah, right.
it. We're actually talking about
fucking
changing our
suck.
name to Poppers.
Shitty Beatles.
The Poppers?
Yeah, yeah.
Like for real, or are you?
No, for like gay stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. So
Yeah.
for
Is
real,
there something
then.
we want to talk about?
So
Tommy?
just like
Is that,
Yes,
forever.
I
We'd like to go into that.
We're gonna do this right now.
Sir Pegger's Poppers.
Somebody's coming out of the closet.
Sir
right
Peggers
now.
Poppers. Actually, Sir Peggers Poppers is
Not-
a better band
that's not
name.
bad.
Sergeant Poppers and the Lonely Heart Fucks band.
The way I remember the name came about, I'm an early person. And
You're an early
I
bird?
sent them a text like, "Where are you shitbirds at?" Because we practiced at the
Nice.
place, the Rendon Inn Street,
Yeah.
and he's standing outside, not knowing the code. In the middle of the night, it's not the best idea.
It's not good.
So and then like we went down, had a drink at the Rendon Inn, and it was like, "Oh, this is band name." I'm like, fuck. Why did I pick that fucking word?
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting telling of that story.
That's not how I remembered.
No,
but
I mean,
yeah.
like-
thought you
They're
were
never
the
late.
shipbird. You were called the shipbird.
Yeah, so
by
my
your-
dad was a Marine, right? And
right. Oh,
growing up,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
his diminutive term for me was shitbird. Like,
Yes,
you know, like,
yeah.
if I fucked
I-
up,
oh,
come
I
on,
get it.
shitbird.
Yes.
That's not
I get it.
diminutive. That's an endearing.
That's a loving ass.
yeah.
That's a fair
good.
interpretation.
That's a good ass
yeah.
But-
Christian ass name. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I've always, it's kind of like
Kristen's
the
name,
N word for white kids, you know, whose dads are Marines, you know.
So who really
I just wanna
made
tell
up the
you,
name?
nothing
did you,
gets
did you
edited
make
out
up
of
the
this.
name?
Yes,
I think I
we
did.
all made up the name. It happened at the exact same time.
Right.
All right.
And I remember telling my wife too, like, "Oh my God, please, is there any chance you think they'll relent?" And she's like, "No,
Oh
you're
no!
just get
You
used
Once
to
you're in
it."
the
did it. You
shitbirds,
done
you're
did
in
it
the
now.
shitbirds.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Once it hits, it's done.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we're kind
we
of
can't-
shitbirds.
Yeah, we're stuck.
Even if you stuck with something else, we'd constantly be like, "Well, fucking."
We would have
this is
flyers that said "We're the shitbirds."
Right,
Formerly
yes,
known as the
exactly.
shitbirds.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Just as a joke, even though nobody knew you as a shitbirds.
Are you guys planning to record again? Is
Yeah,
there a new
that's
crop of
another,
songs?
yes.
Yeah, for sure. We after we did that record, we started writing, you know, like 4 or 5 others, and then we just very recently we came up on either 1 or 2, 3, 4. So we have probably about another 10 tunes that are on the
Shit, that aren't
original
on
record.
this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where
nice.
did you record the first time?
Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne. Dwayne is a guy. He runs OCD Recordings.
Okay.
He has 2 locations. One is on Metairie Road, where we recorded that record. He's since moved his primary location to his house in Harahan. Dude's incredible. I worked with him as an engineer in his studio. We did, you know, like Crowbar Records, Down
Nice.
Records. Like,
Yes.
he does a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of big stuff, you know.
Yeah. I've
got-
heard the name. I've
Yeah.
definitely heard the fucking
He's
name.
a super
Yeah.
cool dude.
Real forgiving.
Yeah.
Right.
People
Right.
that aren't really click
Right,
track
yeah.
adjacent.
Yeah, yeah. we
I bring him
struggle
a
with
bottle of bourbon, and I'm like, "All right, I'm sorry."
Now listen to the click. It sounds amazing now, right? I'm totally on.
that. Yeah, he's a
real
good dude. He's a good dude.
Is that
Yeah.
where you're going for the next recording?
Yeah, probably.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Any kind of fucking music videos or anything?
Just
No.
the porn.
No.
Of
No,
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Just
we are
we
the
all
poppers
fuck each
now.
other.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Pegger's Poppers. So
Mr. Picker's
Volume 3.
Yeah, Sergeant Peppers. Sergeant Poppers.
We might take like a different approach
Yeah, I
to
think we would, yeah.
recording. I think we might just try to concentrate on just like 3 or 4 songs. I don't, who
Okay,
knows?
yeah.
Like that, and
Are you
just,
gonna do an
really
album
polish
or
them,
just
and-
Right,
singles?
I understand
We-
exactly. Yeah.
Well, so right in terms of releases,
We've got
we're
like
not-
10, but
yeah,
like, you know,
Right.
we don't know
Yeah,
what our
hard-
You can
Cover it
pace
out.
it out a little, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing people do nowadays too. It's like
Keep it
we put
interesting,
4
right?
songs out, and then in 6 months we put another 4 songs. These songs are already fucking written,
Yeah.
but we took the time to fucking polish them up,
Yeah.
and then come out with it. And everybody wants new shit.
Yeah.
They always
Sure.
want new shit. So it's
But
like
they don't want to pay for it.
no, not that at all.
Right.
But like if you have a songs where it's like I could put 3 out. And I could put another 3 out and another 3 out, and that lasts an entire year because I had 10 songs written. It fucking boosts everything else
Yeah.
up, you know.
I think we live in like a post-album era, right?
Oh, for
It just
sure.
it makes sense to just.
That's why I've been asking everybody about it, just to see what their approach is going to be for.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have like a physical copy of those original 5 songs and maybe 10 others.
At any
right?
point you could,
Yeah,
you know. So it's
But
at that thing.
It
you
makes
know?
so much more sense from like a just easily release schedule to just like focus on 1 or 2, 3 songs,
Yes.
release those in a little pocket.
And I think the
Exactly.
idea too that we talked about is like making it more polished.
right. I saw that.
Right.
Yeah.
What happens when you disagree?
You motherfucker.
I said polished. But like that album was fast.
Right.
Like we did it in what, 3 days, 4
Yeah.
days?
All our shit's done that
Yeah,
about that
you
quick.
got-
It's
you
like
had
we don't
all
have
that.
money
You know,
for extra shit,
it's
man.
just
Like this
you're-
is it.
you're
This
paying
is
for
all
someone's
of our
time.
money.
So I think it would be like for us, it's like let's take 2 or 3 really of our more favorite songs and really
Spend really time on.
yeah,
it.
give it the old spit shine.
Right, yeah. We've thought about that shit because I think we got 5 more that aren't on our last album. It's like, Let's just get it done. Let's get it fucking done.
Yeah.
We're gonna release song by song. Who gives a shit anymore? Like
Yeah.
that's the way things go now.
And
you
there's
know?
like a philosophical approach to this. Like, where do we want it to be a raw record? Do we want to feel
Right.
alive?
We
Do we
did
want to
that.
sound polished
Yeah.
and produced? You know, so that there's always that internal struggle of like, do we want to make the best possible? Would you want to airbrush all the stretch
Right.
marks out of this record?
Well, it's
or-
like I want all three. I
Yeah.
wanted to sound raw. I wanted to sound fucking brutal, and I wanted to sound polished.
Yeah, right.
Like there's no fuck ups,
You gotta
but it
pick
sounds
two-
like
pick two.
I
Pick
know.
two, you
Yeah.
know, it's-
Can I go raw and
Pick
polished?
two, right.
Can that be a thing? It's like it's raw, but we didn't make any mistakes. Like no, you can't.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
fucking get.
no,
You just
it's
go.
one or the
Just
other.
go. It is. It is.
yeah.
And now it's so different too, because everything like when first time I went to the studio, it was with ADATs, and it's like, you just fuck it up, and then
Right.
you just now it's just like, you fucked up.
I
It's cool.
recorded an album.
You're gonna put so many
on
layers
minidisc.
over it. You're not
Did
gonna
you?
even,
Right, yeah. Well, they can cut it up so fucking much. It's like, well, you
That's
recorded
not
3
me.
tracks,
That's-
and then we'll just pull this from this one because this sounded way better. It's like it's an what's it? An amalgamation of
Frankenstein
everything.
of
It's like,
it.
yeah, exactly. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But in the end, it's like I will eventually play this song this good.
That's what I might sound like.
When I hear it, I can practice it like that. like,
yeah,
yes.
I got something to practice to now. That's great. Yes. I can live up to this.
For us, I think it's always like this is finally the blueprint of how it ends.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
something
That's
like that,
the other
yeah.
one. It's like we kind of fucking had to fucking make it happen
I feel
today.
like,
You
No
know,
like, when
more
you go
edits,
into the studio,
right.
it sets like drum beats for me, especially. It's like, all right,
That's
now I
it
have
now.
to
This
fucking
is
play
it.
it like
That's
that.
the thing.
I'm stuck, even if I
That's
don't
the
like
thing.
it.
That was the thing that I had with my fucking indie band that I had before all the shit, which was also Early Bird and the Worms at a certain point.
And
But
Earth,
yeah, it was-
Earth set.
Earth set, yes. But the moon does spin on an axis. You
It do-
fuckhead.
well, the Earth doesn't set though.
It does not. It does not. That was also said.
Yeah. I just wanted to clear the air on that.
Well, now I lost what I was saying. But yes, the Earth does not set on.
You
the
said
moon.
you had a
set up,
indie
you set
band.
the space. Like that's once you hit the recording and you have that. That's it.
That's
Like,
it.
because
Oh,
people-
that was the thing. It was like every time we played a show, everybody played something. I always played the same thing. Everybody else played something fucking different. It's like I'm done doing this.
Yeah.
We're recording it. Play this every goddamn time. Please just play this every time, please. Yeah, look.
I do it as best as I can. I,
Right?
I-
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the same every time, but
Exactly.
it can't be completely fucking different. You
Well,
know, it
and
just
I think
can't.
you get to
Like,
hear it differently. Like so when you're in practice room, you're like, "Oh, this is great," and then you hear it, you're like, "Ooh,
that kind
that's
of
not
blew
fucking
ass.
great."
I don't like
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah,
that's another thing that does help you out with shit. It's
Yeah.
like this I need to change. Clearly, I need to change this part. I hear it now.
I
you know?
thought that sounded good. I just sound like a complete asshole.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Tommy, you said you worked in a studio as
Yeah,
well.
that's right.
What do you do in the studio?
Well, so at the time I was an engineer, setting up microphones and basically
dicks.
getting levels, sucking dicks, and then and then there's obviously the recording part, right?
Right,
And
yeah.
then there's like an edit component to that, right? Like going through the takes, maybe doing time compression, expansion, cleaning up
Were
things.
you part of all that shit?
Oh, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. So I have a home studio where I do a lot. As a recordist, I do a lot of my own demos and stuff. And
I really wanted to do that shit badly.
but like when I make a record, I make it like super polished. It sounds too good. It's not real. It's fake as fuck.
Oh, I know what you mean.
And it doesn't really work in this format, right? So
Right.
we-
I think it's fun to go to the studio.
for sure,
You
absolutely.
know what I
That's the
mean?
beauty
Like
of it, right?
it's really like
It's fun
well,
in the
but-
hindsight, but when you're there, for me,
No,
I'm just
it's
like, my
fucking
eyes
awesome. You're the
twitching.
only one having a bad time.
I feel great about it because
Yeah.
it feels like at
It's
that
a lot
point
of
it's like
bourbon, so
all this
it's
work that I
all
just
right.
put in is fucking happening right now,
Oh.
and like you either did it or you didn't. That's the point right there where it's like
I didn't.
all those times you fucking said you were practicing. Were you fucking practicing? 'Cause here we are. Here we are. Is the engineer calling me out or is he calling you out?
He's not calling
who's,
me out.
Who's not hitting
He's
the
not
click, you
calling me out.
motherfucker? Who's not hitting the click?
What
you
is happening right
motherfucker?
now?
I bring a bottle of bourbon
Yeah.
to the guy.
That
like,
doesn't
settle
make
in, baby.
It's a great equalizer.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So
that's what I'm saying. Drink this, and now I'm hitting the click.
Every
Yeah.
time.
We're good.
So you hit the nail on the head. That's kind of our problem. is that
Yeah, well, somebody's got to be responsible for keeping it real.
You know, somebody's got to carry this song.
Yeah,
fucking what is
drums,
this?
yeah.
I-
That is
the thing
true, though. It's
I've
always
never said I was a good drummer.
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just saying I am.
I said you're a good drummer.
In
I
this
listened to the fucking
band,
album.
I
It
am the
sounded great,
Travis
man.
Barker of
Really
this
appreciate
band. I didn't say I was a great drummer, but in this band, I am the best fucking drummer
That's
ever.
true. That's actually accurate. Yeah.
I didn't, like I said, I learned from watching somebody.
Right.
There was no click track.
all my bass shit is that. Well, not for this, but like learning how to do this is watching somebody else, and then I copy that shit.
We got into a situation in our last band where we were asked to play to a click, and our drummer couldn't do it. And went there. Yeah, but we spent like a month at our band practice
playing to the click.
Playing to
I
the
know
click,
how to play
and
to a
we-
click, bitch.
And then when we got it, then we went back to the studio. We were able to do it, and it felt like it was like great. And then we did it in this band too when we went to the studio in the country. And our drummer needed a lot of help too because he's mainly a guitarist.
Right. Yes.
It's
no dig on him.
That's me.
Yeah, it's no dig on him. The
But
shit
he's
is
the one that
demanding.
wanted the fucking
It's hard.
click.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I know how to play to the click. You're
Was it-
fucking
was
yelling
it-
at me like I don't know how to play. You're the fucking
You're the
fucking
problem,
guy.
bro.
We'll find out when we get there, but you're definitely the guy. Like,
I like so Taylor Hawkins says like the guy that got fired was his Goldstein, the guy
William
that was
Goldstein,
yeah.
Oh, Epstein?
That guy was choking me
William
out.
Goldstein
that
Island.
one,
So
yeah.
that guy, like Hawkins, is like you either can do it and you're good at it, or you're just not. And I'm
Right,
just
yeah.
I'm okay with my middle name is fucking mediocrity.
I didn't
well,
know
no,
that people.
here's the fucking thing about it is that the second album that we did when we went back and recorded the shit before we didn't even release this album. We did no click, but we had practiced the song so many goddamn times that there was no click needed because track 2, track 3 was the same fucking
Yeah.
beat. Like they were pulling shit
Didn't
from
change.
other things and it fucking happened.
Yeah.
Like there was very little like minutia fucking turning points on things. Like you played the same beat every time. I played the same rhythm every time. Everybody played the same shit, and we all played together. So we're all in line with how fast this wanted to go. That's it. Like that's if you can do it like that, that's still good.
Most
you
of the
know?
bands I talk to now don't record to a click.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to find that band.
It's nice.
I
Yeah,
would be
it's-
way
Who
less
is it?
stressed.
The click is nice though. The
but
click
my
is
thing
nice.
is, I want to
you know?
fucking nail shit so bad that I just beat the shit out of myself the entire time I'm in the studio. And it's like, don't talk to me. I'm fucking angry with myself.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
And
God,
then they'll be like,
I get
dude.
bitchy in the studio too.
Oh yeah.
And they're,
Hey,
they're-
no,
yeah. Like just eat these mushrooms and shut the fuck up. You fucking dumb motherfucker.
and they're easy going. They're like, dude, just calm down. It's fine. It's like, yeah, in y'all's head, it's fine. But to me,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm dying.
"Oh,
I'm literally
fucking-"
dying
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
flaying me open.
Yes,
You know.
yeah. When it's not happening the way you thought it was going to happen, it fucking throws everything off.
Didn't we
Throws
try
vibes, it
the
fucking
whole
throws things off.
live band
I gotta piss again.
recording?
Yeah.
What did any of
Piss
that make
counter's
it onto
coming in.
the
It's
record?
Unusable.
Piss counter's
If it
coming
was
in.
unusable, okay. So we tried to like all come to a as a band record at once, mic everything, but
Yeah,
I guess
at
he
the
said
same
it was-
OCD as well.
Yeah, we tried it a couple
I
of different ways.
guess we scrapped it all.
No, so ultimately what we ended up doing at OCD was, like you said, without a click, just do a bunch of takes, try to get them as close
That
as
was the
possible.
second time. Yeah. Okay. We scrapped all that.
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah,
there's
all right.
there's
That happens sometimes.
there's been though engineers that I've worked with that have been more willing to do that than others. Like,
Yeah.
like some people will fight that you have to do it to the click.
That's right.
And like we spent all this time doing it that way, we could have just done something that had a barely varying fucking tempo to it, and it would have been good enough.
Yeah.
And apparently, I've recorded that way before too. And I mean, I don't know if they edited everything together after we left. I'm not exactly sure, but
I was convinced they recorded the drums again. When
Yeah, yeah.
I was in
it's probably,
Texas.
It's probably this guy 4 times over, and he's just like
you drum?
I program beats.
Ah, yeah, very cool.
He drums,
Yeah.
he plays bass, he sings, he dances,
Yeah.
he juggles. He's
So from the engineer's perspective, a click-driven recording is so much easier to edit, right?
Right.
All your plugins are set up on a very rigid timeline. Your delays line up pretty cleanly. You start bringing in like different. The variance might be like infinitesimal to you. You can't hear, right? But the delay that you put on the vocal doesn't line up as cleanly
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not on that click, right?
Well, but I have recorded with probably
While you're
about
down.
5 or 6 different people, and one of the guys was like, "Sure, let's do
Save
it."
your
For
soul.
sure.
And,
yeah.
And he recorded and he edited everything the same way. I'm sure it was a real bitch, but I'm just saying, like, I guess I've worked with people who didn't care, and apparently there's other people who are recording right now that are having that same experience
Yeah,
as well.
for sure.
And,
I wish I could be a click, and I wish I had I have the time.
No, you don't have the time.
Clearly, you do not.
Like, I guess the drive
Damn
to
it.
go and sit and with the practice pad and click.
Well, my big thing was that the
It's
reason I
hard
would
to
have
do.
fucking played to a click is because I fucking played in high school band.
Yeah.
It was fucking metronome all day long. Don't tell me how to fucking play to a click. I know how
We're
to play
always
to a click.
playing to a click.
Are you?
Always in my head.
no, the
Always.
drummer is our
Yeah,
fucking
you are the
click.
metronome.
That's it. That's it. You know.
So technically,
if you
you're
want to
never
speed
off
up, that's
time.
fine.
No, as
That's
long as
I
we're
am
on your
the
time.
When
Yeah.
I play to the drummer, if you can't keep your shit together, that's not my goddamn problem. I will play as fast or as slow as you do. Like, fuck the song up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what? I'm okay with
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in every band that I've ever been in is that.
a riff and I'll be like, all right, this is the riff idea I have,
Right.
And there's no idea of how the drums are gonna go, and then I make it so fucking complicated that Tommy has to go like, why do you want to put all that stuff in there?
Why?
Yeah.
Why do
Slow
you need
down.
15 choruses? Like,
Dude.
I just don't. I have no.
I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Somebody.
I'm putting everything in
somebody
this song.
save me. Pull me back in.
What is
Please
happening?
pull me back in.
Yeah, so our
This bridge is
songwriting
5
process-
minutes long now.
Our
Everything
songwriting
starts at like 20
process
minutes.
is like Nick will be like, "Hey man, I got a new song. Cool. All right, let's hear it." And then he plays a part. Then he plays another 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 part. Then another part. I'm like, wait, hold on.
That's full
Back
song.
up.
Where is the song?
So I'm
This-
watching him play guitar, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at his shapes. I'm looking at the chord structure. Okay, I understand what's going on. Okay, cool. Part A, part B, part C, part D, part E, part like
Part fuck you.
Hold on. What are we doing here? You know,
Right,
where are we
yeah.
going with this thing? Oh, you're saying, and they're all great. They're all great parts.
Of course.
right?
But
So
this
I
could
go-
be 4 songs.
Yeah,
This
and
could be
I
4
go,
fucking
happens
songs.
I go,
right
I go,
now.
cool. This is great. Let's do.
It's so fucking cool.
Let's do part A, part B, part A, part B, part A, part B, and then end it. Right.
Yeah, forget about D, E, F,
and then
G.
and then eventually we'll slot C in for a bridge, right?
Yes.
And
Slot
we-
that C right in.
Yeah. So like,
And the
You've slotted this scene.
the D. No D.
no deal.
no D in this fucking song.
No.
And that's it, right? So like, and then basically he builds all the chordal shapes of the song, right?
Right.
And then we'll kind of jam on it a couple times. I'll kind of like make up gibberish words, melodies.
Right, yeah,
you
this,
know.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. da.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing.
And then I come in the next practice and I've got
lyrics written out.
lyrics
Yes.
and melodies and
To
the
a
like.
point.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how our process is, right?
Have you ever scrapped an entire song?
100%.
Oh my
We've
gosh,
scrapped
all the
Yeah.
time.
Dude,
dozens
we
of
just
songs.
did
All
one
the
that
time.
like just took so long to
Feels
write.
good, though,
And for
right?
us, it felt good.
Feels
It felt
good.
great because
Yeah,
it was
it's
like,
like, yeah, we don't-
I felt like we forced every part of this fucking song, and just to be done with it, it's like this doesn't mean it's not coming back, but like this iteration
So-
of it is fucking trash. Like
So
it's
you were
done to
talking
me.
earlier that you do play guitar then.
I do play
Yep.
guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have a JCM 900. It's my favorite fucking amp ever.
God damn it.
Up.
Everybody
Oh yeah, I was just sitting there.
Everybody
Everybody
loves them
insulted
but
the
you,
whole
bro.
fucking band. Whenever I was talking about that.
Yeah,
day.
2x12 Marshall.
Yeah. Now I had that
I don't
one
know
too.
what that
Was
means.
one. God damn it.
Well, so
We had a conversation outside where last time I talked to them, I was bitching about the Marshall amp I had in high school, and it is the amp he has.
I
And
told
it was
my wife.
it was
Nice.
after I bitched about it that he told me what it
Yes.
was, and it was after that
Yes.
that you told me what you
I
have.
have-
Yeah, same one.
I will call. I'll be like, we'll be listening to the music in the car. I'm like, Lauren, do you know what that fucking amp is? It's the same amp I got. My wife's
right.
like, shut
That's
up,
right.
you idiot. Nobody gives a shit. I'm like,
He made Thriller, bro. He made
Right,
Thriller.
yeah.
Thriller.
Right.
Yeah.
This is my amp. Well, are you doing what he did with your amp?
I am not.
Shut the fuck up.
do y'all, when y'all buy gear, do you like, it's an investment. It's going to pay
No.
dividends.
No.
Oh, see, I have to
I
know.
immediately
Dividends.
started
No.
changing everything on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
guitars that I
Half
have.
of my shit nowadays is just shit that I inherited at a certain point. It was like,
yeah, it's like have.
well, like, yeah, right, exactly though. But like my whole bass rig right now is, it was my old bassist bass rig, and he moved to fucking Las Vegas, left his shit here, and I started playing bass, and was like, hey, can I fucking borrow that? And it's like, you can just have it.
Nice.
Well, that's fucking mine now.
I think that's how I started playing guitars. People would just leave shit at my house.
That's how I
as a
learned how to
drummer.
play
Yeah.
primitive drums, is because I always had a drum set from somebody at my house.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
when they come together, you're like, what fucking guitar? What?
What is that? What are you
What?
talking about?
Dude,
I
I
took
broke
that like months ago.
Who are you?
I broke all the cymbals on this dude's set one
Dave?
time because he left him at my house for 6 months, And I was in high school, and a bunch of disrespectful fucking people came through who didn't know how to play and would
Right,
break something.
yeah.
It's like, I really hope that guy never comes back. He
Yeah,
did come
Came
back.
straight up.
Oh,
back.
I've been in that situation.
He was so fucking pissed.
Fuck
whenever
you,
he got
man. Don't
back
leave
to
your
it.
shit at my house.
Yeah, that
And,
too.
like,
but
no,
still,
fuck
he
you.
was mad, and I didn't. I could have called him to.
No, I left. I've lost an entire PA system. Like I left it over at my fucking buddy's house.
Oh.
Not lost. Like it's just gone. It's dead to me. Like I still talk to the guy. That is not my fucking PA anymore. It's
Yeah.
been in your house for 5 fucking years. Like no, that's yours.
Yeah.
I don't. Also, I don't want it. Like I don't want to fucking stack things up
Yeah,
anymore.
I have
man.
a very
Fucking-
Native American approach to gear. You
Yeah,
know, like,
how's that? I use every piece.
Yeah, I use every piece of the gear, and you can't really own any of it.
You're
really,
like, you're an Indian giver?
Right. Yeah. Nobody owns anything
really,
here.
what is
yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Your amp, my amp. What's the difference?
Our amp.
Our amp, right?
Christopher Columbus, your fucking amp right now. I just discovered your amp at my
Our
house.
amp.
It's mine now.
It's literally our
Which
amp.
is Tommy.
That's my amp.
No
But I was like,
shit.
I felt like it was my amp, but it was our amp.
It was our
Right,
amp.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
still our
That's
amp.
this
their
amp
other
back
amp
here.
is
It's
the
not
Sheffield.
mine at
Oh,
all.
nice.
It's actually not mine at all. But like when you keep telling me,
You hear that sound?
just do it. It's like with the band. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that sound.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
hear
sorry. I had that. There was a little flutter.
Oh
in
yeah,
my
never
phone.
put the fucking phone next to it.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, they have the. I gave Earl the Sheffield.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which-
yeah,
Yes.
I got that when I was 16
Yeah, I
years
still
old.
have that shit. Yeah.
I bought that from, was it C&M's or?
C&M.
CNM Music,
Yeah.
Mandeville shit.
No, it was the one in Metairie.
Either way, yeah.
Cool
yeah.
dudes.
We're,
Oh, for sure.
we're at like 56 minutes right now.
Oh yeah, fuck this whole podcast.
No, I wanted to. No,
Oh.
I wanted. Fuck you
We
guys.
have a usable
No.
minute. Yeah.
We have an hour limit because
No.
I don't like editing things over an hour.
No,
like
no, no.
100.
I feel
that
you.
you say no, but I'm fucking dead serious.
No, I wanted to ask, like, what are you guys doing for the future? I mean, I know
Yes,
you
what's
have the
up?
5 songs that you're thinking about doing. It sounds like you're doing it at OCD again.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then,
yeah.
are you guys playing any new shows or?
when you leave here, I'm about to hit you with a bunch of shows. You can come play.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay,
sure,
we'll
because
do that
That's
next
how I
year.
get our shows. Is through
Next
you
year.
guys.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Honestly,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
probably
I'm
all
glad
our
we're
heroes.
here. I'm glad we're talking about
When
it.
I email places, I get the same responses. Either like
We
a
literally
generic
just had a
response,
band drop off.
or
Nice.
like it's like find 3 other bands. I'm like, I'm fucking 41. I know 12 people
Dude.
outside of my wife
Right,
and kids,
right.
I am so tired
and
of
3
that
of them are
shit.
in my band.
Stop asking me to fucking jump on your show and then for me to book your show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. I don't know fucking people like
I
that.
don't
You're the
know
booker.
anybody.
You
Yeah.
run a music. There's nobody. You could think of absolutely nobody. We're in October. Nobody's played your fucking bar. Nobody. You don't know anybody that could possibly fill in one slot.
One fucking 25 minutes.
Right?
That's
You can
it.
fill your mom's slot.
Yeah,
Just as easy as I can fill this
yeah.
fucking slot.
Yeah, but
Get
we'll
the fuck outta
happily
here.
we'll play any show really.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to plug? Like,
any shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Em?
Nice. Yes. Also, yes.
No, do you guys do anything outside of the band that you'd like to talk about?
No, not particularly.
Not really. Fuck
Perfect.
all that.
Well, then fuck them, man. Fucking check out the Shitbirds. They're on Is it just Spotify?
Spotify, Apple
With the
Music.
exclamation
Apple
point
Music. There you go.
for the
Yes, you
YouTube.
have to. All the eyes are exclamation points. There's a raven that's sucking a man's cock
I
off.
think so. Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something, but there's a raven
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, look up Shitbirds, man. It was great
Please
talking
do.
to you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
dude,
you for
thanks
having
so
us.
And,
much. Fuck
yeah,
yes.
thanks for coming.
You know what I mean? For Jesus.
All right.
I fucking mom and him.
Just to save my eternal soul.
Backup? You guys want to back up?
Oh, we just. You mean, you
Oh,
gotta
I'm
refresh
fine.
this.
I'm perfect.
I mean, if you want to hand out backup beers, that's fine. All right.
Yeah, this
all
guy's
right,
ready
man.
for a
Fuck-
backup beer.
This guy's fucking all right.
We're gonna be putting on sunglasses and mustaches before this is over.